that time, we did not talk about possible relationship between Grand Valley State and the kind of thing that we're now talking about. But I think since then, it has actually germinated into the possible, what you might call, the term that I want to use. This is an incubation program for ideas that are going to lead to Grand Valley being able to play a special role in development in future.
And this might be very this might be very good for them as well, because there would be, all the other institutions in the U.S., primarily their relationship with other institutions in South Africa or other countries has always been the equal academia. So if you're high school, you're also dealing with high school. If you are university, you're also dealing with another university. And here they can actually get an opportunity to be the landmark. I should say what's the word I'm looking for? The blazers, the trailblazers, in actually, because number one, it meets what you're talking about. You're looking for a program that is permanent relationship that's ongoing, which is what we're also trying to stress with the KLCT, that it's not a fly by night that I'm going to come and fix your roof, but you're talking about a long-term ongoing something. Now, looking also at because the same issues the students and the community has in that Hwapa area is not very different from the issues that Oprah's school has. And one of the things that she put into place was the wellness team, what she calls it, the wellness team, where we're not just only teaching kids academically, but we are actually looking at their psychology, their medical, and the learning support and the social work, all the way down to actual pastoral care. So in other words, it's not just the books, but you're also the mind, the way of thinking. You're reshaping a whole human being inside out. And one of the ways she puts it with the social work department is that their goal is to strengthen the links between the academy, the learners' families, and the broader community by building the relationships and the liaison with other service providers, like even with the NGOs and the local government facilities.
Right. And doing it at a practical level where the focus is on development. There may be an emphasis on social work as a discipline that can arise from this, but we will be at the foundation stage where we're saying we here as a School of Social Work in South Africa, we're not just interested in casework, but we're interested actually in what is the future of this community, what is the future of Grand Valley State with development of the future.
Okay, I like that. You're not just interested in the casework, but actually what is it? The future of the community.
Yeah, in community development.
Okay.
Yeah. In other words, if we introduce the notion of development as distinct from social work, we're talking about health, we're talking about thinking, we're talking about teaching, we're talking about all kinds of things that are relevant right now to development in South Africa and in the United States, and therefore the need for linkage of the thinking and so on. What I'm saying is that even as we are talking now, I think the issue becomes a pertinent one. What is it? What is it that, for instance, you are wanting to achieve by having students come over to South Africa, spending 6 weeks or 3 weeks in a village that is seeking to find out how they can relate to ongoing issues such as health, such as nutrition, such as politics, such as teaching pedagogy, if you like. What I'm saying is that I think that our discussion now, what it is doing is that it's lifting the lead from a very kind of pregnant issue of what actually in the future relationship of America should be to South Africa through students.
Okay. In other words, what can this basically be? Since the older one of us are already past our locus, basically, what is this new generation? Because that's one of the other things that this teacher from Mommy Valley kept saying. The reason why he wants this to be student driven is that we think like adults, but when the kids talk to each other, they can get to assess and understand what a deeper need is than what we think. We think we can come and fix a building, but when these kids relate to each other, they relate in a different level than we do. And his hope is that even the ones from here, as privileged as they are, by going, not necessarily to say, oh, I feel sorry for those kids, let me write a check, but it's something that's long term, that maybe even when they have to, it's going to impact either their own college careers, or even if they go into some field, at some point an opportunity arises, they will remember, oh my goodness, I was in that village when I was a senior in high school, and something stuck, or either changed your life yourself as your direction as to what your contribution is in life. Now that's long term, because it won't only just fix the CAFA's people, but you taking it with you as an adult in all the decision making and your sensitivity to what other people are going through and what you can do throughout the world. And so whatever impacts CAFA's, even if it's not you, at some point, if you don't play a role, it's going to come to your shore.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm good.
I think that's actually quite good. That's the way it should be. You see, because I've been concerned about what is beyond, what is life beyond CAFA's.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that a life beyond CAFA's is an idea, is planting the seed of cooperation for the future via programmatic relationship. I think that's what we have said now has indicated the importance of developing beyond, say, for instance, CAFA's. But going from nutrition, health, to academics, in other words, learning languages, culture, and so on via the instrument of exchange, getting to know each other, because I think part of the problem we witness of all programs has been that we have been talking in terms of something that is quantifiable. We're going to have a health program and so on, and so we're going to bring the ideas we have from in the Grand Valley. But in fact, more than anything, it is more a people-to-people type of relationship, which will then go on to the understanding of the deeper issues that affect relationships in the future.
So basically, not walking and trying to save the natives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think. Who was it that we were talking, with sometime? I don't know that it's in relation to your students or to something else, or whether to something quite different. But anyway, there was a group of Americans that came in. I think initially when the students came in and visited in the Grand Valley, I think one of the lot one of the women that was in the program visiting Grand Valley was asked why she's in South Africa at that time. I think she said something like, I'm here to she didn't say defeat. I'm here, their idea was that there is a crisis in South Africa, and that crisis is the ignorance or poverty of blacks when it comes to understanding this. And she is here to come and put a stop to that. It's a very naive kind of way of doing. But the point is, there is a perception that was put forward via that program that could become a platform for saying how should we be talking about these issues in the future, and so on. One way is by doing it through this exchange program between peers, students of the same age, and so on, that can then build on some ideas that can be developed further. Do you understand what I'm saying? I may be saying it in a very confused way, but if our discussions right now, you see, seem to me to indicate that we need to explore a little further than just a visit to CAFAS. You can be at CAFAS, talk about and see what is happening there without getting into deeper issues, social issues, political issues, cultural issues, and so on, that are actually surfaced by the experience, of visiting. When Charles came in to talk about this, I think he was totally unaware of what this thing means. By the way, they were very excited around by the fact that their little school in this village is relating to some university, not the university, but to some school in the United States, talking about the future of the world and the future about the school and so on. We don't know what it is at the moment, but I think we need to develop that platform for us, talking about that. When Charles heard that the students were coming from some place in America and so on, he was excited because he thought, our little school in our little village and so on is actually having discussions with some school in the United States of America, learning from each other and so on. And to him, that was important. And he wanted to be part of of that. He donated a duck or something like that for lunch. Although we didn't actually use it because there wasn't the time. But the point is, there was a whole lot of excitement about the fact that you're having two not two institutions. You're having a school in relating to some school in Grand Valley or Grand Rapids, or whatever it is that you want to go, as a beginning of a dialogue and relationship and understanding around issues of health, social development, and which can easily graduate from those little understanding to something that is bigger, that will then become a developer of possible ideas in development that may actually begin to influence the future direction of relationships between the United States and South Africa.